welcome back to my channel. We are going to look at factorizing quadratic expression where the a is equal to 1, that is the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1. As you know, the general form of a quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are integers. So what we want to do is to basically express the quadratic expression, the trinomial, in the form of two brackets. It must be expressed as factors, as some quantity x is here. In this case, x would be here. We would have a plus and a, or a minus, a plus or a minus in either brackets, and two integers p or q in either bracket. This is the format that we want to achieve. Now, how are we going to do that? First of all, we need to look at c. And want to find the factors of c. After we have found all the factors of c, then we add or subtract those two factors, and we'll get different sums. Then we have to decide which sum would give us whatever is at b, whatever b is. Now, to determine the signs, if c is positive, both factors must have the same sign. They must be both negative or both positive. If however c is negative, one must have a positive sign and one must have a negative sign. So that will be placed in either brackets. You will see what we mean by that shortly. Now we're going to look at the example, first example here. We are asked to factorize that expression there, where in this case b is 7 and c is 12. So first note, we know that c is positive, and then we also know that b is positive. So therein we know that both brackets will have positive signs in them. So we can actually write the brackets like these now. And x must be here and our x must be here. And as we say, it must be a positive and a positive. Now, let us check the factors of 12. We have done it over here in this table. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Now, whether we add or subtract these two entities, it can give us a sum. It would give us 11 or 13. For 2 and 6, if we subtract, we get 4. If we add, we can get 8. Likewise, for 3 and 4, we get a difference of 1 and a sum of 7. So straight off, we know that the factors must be 3 and 4. And we have already decided that both of them are positive, so we put in the numbers there. And that's it. It's finished. So we move to the next one. We draw our brackets first. We know we have to have an x here and x here. Let us look at the sign. This is positive. That means that both signs must have the same sign. B, however, is negative. So straight off, we know that we must have two negative. Now, the next thing to check is which combination of factors can give us negative 8 or 8. And when we look over the chart, we know that it is 2 and 6. So that completes the factorization of that expression. Now, for the next one, c is negative. So we're going to draw our brackets. We're going to put in our x simple. C is negative. Therefore, one must be negative, one must be positive. And looking at b now, b is negative and is 11. Now, the sum being negative means the bigger of the two factors must be negative. And the only two factors can subtract to give us 11 is 12 and 1. And since the bigger one must be negative, the 12 must be here and the 1 must be here. Just as simple as that. And once we practice this consistently, it will become easier and easier. Now let us look at the last example. We're going to have an x here and likewise an x in this box. And again, c is negative, so we'll have a positive and a negative. Now, the sum now is positive. Therefore, the bigger of the two factors which can subtract or add to give us 4 must be positive. Let us look. The only two factors that can either add or subtract to give us 4 is 2 and 6. And since the sum is positive, therefore 6 must be here and 2 must be here. And that concludes the process by which we can factorize quadratic expression when a is equal to 1. Thanks for watching, and do make sure that you practice that you can become perfect. Thanks.